Alright everyone, welcome back to the Wilson Project. I'm going to take a sip of coffee here real quick. Today we're going to be going over how I would install this amazing futon block. You can get these from futon.com. We're going to go ahead and install this block on a Floyd Rose tremolo. I'm just going to walk through and show you exactly how I would do this, so that way it'll still get your intonation close and it'll alleviate maybe some of the worries. Maybe I'll show you guys how to do it, so that way you can reach out to Futon, buy your own block, and do the install yourself. Amazing players such as Jeannie Trevino from Rockstar, Phil Collins from Def Leppard swear by these. They make your guitar sustain a lot longer and sound a bit brighter, if that's what you're looking for. And who isn't looking for sustain? I mean, come on, really, you guys. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start this process now. What I generally would do is I would grab a pair of calipers such as these. These are my digital calipers. I've had these, I don't know, probably at least 10 years. These are a pair of Fowler USAs. I use them all the time in the shop when I'm building guitars. I mean, just to be quite honest. What I will do is I go through and I'll write down on a sheet of paper from the base down to there, so that way I know exactly where that saddle is at. And I'm going to take these measurements here really quick and write them down, so that way, because I'm not going to remember them, you know, who would. So we're looking at 3.77. You also write down which increment you're using on the calipers too. That will help once you start. So now that I've gone and gathered that data, this makes me a lot more comfortable with knowing where those saddles set at. So now the next part is rather straightforward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to undo the bolts for the top, for the middle four here. Generally your 3 screws are going to sit one here, and one here. So I'll grab the smaller of the 2 Allen wrenches, which will release the saddles. We'll just pop that out, pop that out, pop that out, and pop that out. And once you got them unloosened, you can twist these off. And the bridge, just to declare it, this is a Floyd Rose special. The main difference is the material it's made out of. This in here is made of a little bit cheaper material than the actual original, the OFR. But the cool thing is with the Futon products, they have pretty much everything you would want to modify these. They actually even do their own custom bridges as well, Floyd Rose style bridges. You can get them in any color, shape, or form. They just had like the purple come out for the hardware, so you can do like purple hardware, which looks really cool and fancy if you like purple. You can do multi-colors. They have naval brass for the all the parts as well as titanium, which a lot of people swear by titanium. You can also get the actual blocks themselves in tie, which is pretty cool as well. The one thing you got to be careful of, so I undid the low E2, which I said I wasn't going to do. That's all good, because all I got to do is screw that back in. The one thing you got to be careful of is make sure that you don't go too far with these. I know on the special I've stripped out a couple saddles. So So on the specials, the threads may be a little bit weaker than on a standard Floyd Rose bridge. But once you get that, you can go back to there. Boom, there goes that saddle. And what did I tell you guys? There's a screw. There's a screw here, there's one in the middle here, and one here. So all you do is you do this. Then I'm going to try to keep the saddles in the exact same position as well. I'm setting them down here on my table where they go B, G, and DA. They do take a little bit to spin because you don't have another, it's not holding it in place. Goes that one. And last but not least, we got one more saddle here to go. The next part of the process will be rather straightforward. We're just going to undo the 3 screws. See that? Just like so. I'm going to hit something like polish thing here real quick. Now that I got it torqued around a little bit. There was a little bit of sawdust probably in there from building the guitar that this is going to be going on to. This is going to be going on to one of my custom shop guitars that I am currently building in-house. And I figured it needed a sustain adjustment or upgrade. And the Futone products are a perfect source for that. So all we got to do is undo these 3 screws. Now mind you, there's a piece of metal on the bottom that holds the tension on the tuners, on the fine tuners, that will come loose along with the plate. See how the plate's coming loose now? But there's also this piece of really fine aluminum or metal back here that's wanting to come loose too. So what you do is you carefully will pop that off. As you can see, it's got a piece of metal here and that plate. All you need to do now is you just take this and put this on just like so. It's really not all that bad, you guys. I mean, just boom, 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 and be done. Right? Right. And there it is, you guys. It's installed down there. Now all I gotta do is the reverse part. And I also put the spring screws are offset on this to put the strings back in. And like I said, you guys, Futone offers many products. These here are the silence springs that I'll be putting on this. These are coated springs that are made to silence the instrument. And these go on just like this. Just like so. Futone also does offer, if you want a specialized plate, they do engraving on them too. Not sure the cost of it. I know it's a new feature that Adam put out, but you can check that out as well. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I had the leg screws drop out, so I'm going to grab the leg screws. We're going to throw the saddles back in this real quick. The only thing I can see that I did not notate, which I might have wanted to, is there are 3 sets of screws here for each saddle. I didn't notate exactly where these screws were. So all you do is you just drop that screw in there. I'm going to tighten that down just a hair. We're going to turn on our calipers here. This one here is supposed to be at 249. And we're pretty dang close to that. So we'll go ahead and lock this one down. It's reading 250, so I mean 250 and 249, yeah, like 1 thou. I mean, that should be fine. So the next one down, actually what I'm going to do to make this a little bit quicker is I'm just going to go ahead and start the threads on these, that way they just slide in place. Just like so. So that way we can just go through, we can drop this one on. We can grab the tensioning screw here. Make sure when you pop the tensioning screw back through, you tighten up that screw by hand at least to hold the block that holds your string in place. Then you want to go ahead with this one here at 170. That's what it's reading, so I'll drop my calipers down to 170. Just like so. I mean, in reality, anyone could do, you know, this type of bridge setup. I mean, especially after watching this, I mean, I should have made this rather simplistic for you guys. And it'll be one heck of an upgrade to your instrument, especially if it's like your favorite instrument and it's just missing a little bit of sustain. I mean, people go through and try doing all kinds of things for sustain, but Futone Product has pretty much anything you need in the market to make your guitar sing. I would definitely recommend following it up with some Job Tone pickups, though. That's where it's at as far as pickups go. Alright, so this one's going to be 3 because this is the G. So this one here is at 3. We're going to roll this thing back pretty much as far as I can take it. I'm not sure. I may have to go back into the second pin on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go back into the second screw just to be safe. So you want these things to sit in there nice and secure as well. In all actuality, I'm going to tear that back down. Sorry about the delay, you guys. It's better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so we're going to do this at 3. Just like so. Now we're down to the last one, you guys. Of course, the last one has to be the harder one, right? There we go. Alright, the next one's going to be at 177. Like I said, I wouldn't, without writing this down, you won't remember this unless you're pretty freaking amazing out there. Alright, that's it, you guys. I mean, the bridge is back together and it's ready to be used. And should be pretty dang close to being intonated as well. I mean, look at the black difference between the futon block and the Floyd Rose one that was on there. I mean, not only being brass versus like, this is probably pot steel or, you know, just some standard steel. I mean, this thing's going to ring and chime way better. It will be a perfect fit for my custom guitar as well. You guys can check out futon.com. Go ahead, let Adam know that I sent you there if you would. That'd be cool. Tell them the Wilson Project sent you. They've got silencing springs of all kinds of different types. If you really want your bridge locked down, they got like higher ones. These are like their medium, which are the ones that I prefer. Great locking bridge. Floyd Roses forever. Alright, you guys have a great rest of your Memorial Day. Thank you to everyone that has served. Appreciate your service, and don't forget to remember the fallen as well. My dad was a World War II vet. Alright, you guys all take care.